Welcome back to HARBRO Freight, quality videos, lowest prices, and today we have some super deals. The ITC weekly deal that I allured to earlier in the week, and there were some naysayers, shun the non-believers, we're going to Candy Mountain. It's here, and I think this is all of them. If you find this useful, please consider liking and or subscribing, and let's jump right in. But first, how many blankets, how many wrenches, and how many shop rags did you get? Let me know in the comments. I appreciate everybody. Let's go. First one, this is considered Inside Track Club 7 days of super deals. And we're going to do kind of the price history just to make sure that they actually are a super deal, because I feel like every once in a while they try to pull a fast one on us. But first we have the Viking 1000 peak amp multifunction jump starter with and power pack with 150 psi air compressor. Now, I feel like there was a 40% discount on Viking at one point in the last 12 months. So this is 25% off, which is not bad. I guess it depends on what your definition of a super deal is, but this is a good deal. It's not terrible. 25 bucks off, $99 normally, and it compares to Stanley. But what we want to look at, of course, is this price history. It looks like it has gone down in price recently. Back in June, had gone up in April to $130, which is nuts. But according to this, the lowest price it's been, even recently, back in September, it was down to 80 bucks, but has been down as low as $70 with a regular coupon back in April. And then back in 2024, leading up to last year's Black Friday, was down to $69.99. Nice, but not so nice right now, in that it's down to 75 bucks. So pretty close, but not, close is good in horseshoes or hand grenades, but still not too bad of a deal. We continue. Icon alert. Here we go. The Icon 800 lumen LED rechargeable magnetic handheld foldable slim bar light for $24.99. Available in 4 colors. Now, again, my sellometer is going off. I do remember this being also on a flash sale, but let's check it out. And actually, I think this might have been it. Was it back in April? April 11th, it was down to $23.99. And it was there, I can't tell by the graph, but down to $23.99, which was a nut sale. And it went back up, of course, soon after, back up to $40. But this price at the $24.99 is pretty close. Tomato, the $1 difference, $24.99, 37% off is pretty nuts. This is a great get, but let me just remind you, the reason for this, at SEMA, they just released, well, I don't know when it's going to release, but it's going to be $49.99 is what they're saying. It's the new Icon flashlight, magnetic, of course, but this time the light swivels. They've fixed the things that people were complaining about the most. It now swivels 360. I think it has a bigger battery, definitely a brighter light. So they're going to have to sell these Icon flashlights, but that doesn't mean that these aren't any good. And those are going to come out at $50. So is this a $25 upgrade? Is that a $25 upgrade from this? I don't know, but this 24 bucks, 25 bucks essentially, is an excellent deal. Let's keep going. Icon alert again. Here's the Icon 3/8-inch drive SAE and metric modular general service socket set. And I feel like this one has been a little bit of funny business. I feel like the price has gone up, but this is the 54 piece for $120. The 3/8-inch, of course, SAE and metric, $40 off. Normally $160. Of course, it compares to Snap-on, but let's see the reality of this. It has gone up in price as of June. Oh, really? Maybe there was a sale, but as of March, it went up to a new price of $160 when it had been, since it came out last year, $150. So $150 went up $10 to $160. It looks like there was a sale earlier this year down to both ITC, regular coupon, and regular sale, down to $120, and that's what we got it at again. So for all intents and purposes, this is the best deal on this, unless it's going to be included in the ratchet sale for Black Friday, which we now have clarity on, excludes ratchet service sets. So call me Nancy. Case contents and locks not included. I'm glad they clarified that. But still, a great deal on this socket set for $120. At SEMA, they were mentioning that they're prototyping a new half-inch general service socket set. And so they'll have quarter 3/8 inch, and they're adding the 1/2 inch to the kits. Next, Hercules alert. Hercules alert. The 12 amp 1 9/16 SDS Max type variable speed rotary hammer with maximum vibration control, $175, $55 off. That's pretty good. Although I do remember, was it corded Hercules power tools were on sale? Had to be between 30-40%. But let's find out. Face value, not too bad of a deal. But looking at the history, and this has some history going back all the way to 2021. Debuted at $300, which is nuts. But we'll focus in here on the latter end. Back in October, there was a 180 deal. Looks like in April, and April was a good time for deals, down to $169.99, and the regular price has shot back up to $230 as of this April as well. But lowest it's been is $169.99, and this is close. Again, not the lowest it's been, but pretty close. So not a bad time to pick it up. $5 difference. We continue. Quinn. Inside Track Club special 7-day super deals. It's going on for 7 days. 3/8 inch drive SAM metric master socket set, 72 piece for $77.99. $88 essentially, $22 off. It says non-member price is $100. So essentially 22% off compared to Tecton. But of course, let's look at how much of a deal this really is. Looks like the price hasn't changed in a while. 2024 March, it went down to $100. So that's stayed the same, which is really good. And it looks like there's been a couple ITC coupons bringing it down to $80. But we're at $78, which I'll take it as the best price that it's been at. See where my mind is. Excellent deal. We keep going. Icon alert again. This is where the icon alerts have been, HARBROs. Icon precision snap ring pliers, 8-piece for $50, 31% off. Normally $73 compared to Knipex. Knipex, I'm saying that right? Of course, let's look at the price history. Did drop down in August. Its regular price to $73, which is nice to see. It was priced at $75, although not much of a discount. I wonder who made that impressive move, but we'll take it. Looks like there was an ITC coupon recently back in July for $60, and back in February of 2024 it's been down to $50, and a few times before that. And here we are though again, lowest price that it's been. At least they're giving us that, which I appreciate. $50, definitely a solid price. We continue. Got some Bauer alert. Maybe? No, maybe. Bauer 7.5 amp 6 inch 20 millimeter long throw random orbit DA polisher for $58. 27% off. Okay, I believe you. Let's see. Again, a lot of price history. Back in 2021, this was up to $100, and that's definitely dropped in price. Does show that it went down to $60 last year, October. Multiples, regular price ITC and regular coupons, and that there was a coupon back in July for $60, but normal price has gone back up to $80. Lowest was $60. And we're below that. I'll take a couple of dollars. Bauer alert, $58, 27% off for the long throw random orbit DA polisher. We continue. More Bauer. Bauer alert again, 6.5 amp orbital variable speed jigsaw with laser for $30. $40 normally, 25% off. Compare this to Skill and let's verify it. Looks like it was at $1.60 back in 2021. Prices dropped as of this January of this year, down to $40. There has been deals as low as $35, and then back in 2023 was down to $25. So not 2023 prices. Looks like we're looking at 2024 prices, but so be it. $30. Not the best price we've seen on this, but still a good price. And then we have, this is the one I think might sell out. Am I wrong? I'm probably wrong. Icon alert professional mechanic screwdriver set, 8-piece for $22. 56% off. normally $50 compared to Snap-on save almost $200. Are you kidding me? That's nuts. Pittsburgh is priced around like $10. Get some Icon screwdrivers for $22. The price history better not disappoint me. Let's look at it. There's no price history. I mean, there is. It's just one dot. It's never been on sale, allegedly. HARBROs, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure you guys have as good a memory better memory than I do. Current and lowest price is $49.99. Never been on sale. Do I recall any Icon hand tool sales? I can't say that I do, but I have the memory of a goldfish. And that's nuts. 56% off of the 8-piece professional mechanic screwdriver set. $22. That is nuts. That's gonna probably sell out. So hopefully you see this video tonight, get it tomorrow so you're the first ones there. What do you think of the super ITC deals? I'm pumped. I'm super pumped. And I hope you are, but I'll leave it at that. So I can publish this video. Let me know how your weekend was, what free items you got. And as always, please consider liking and/or subscribing. Check out my other social media. It's linked somewhere. And consider hyping. I appreciate the HARBROs. And as soon as I have some more deals, I will send them your way.